Desiree with theastrologyaddiction.com, and thank you so much for watching. Today's video is going to be a relationship reading on Kim Kardashian and Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West. Now, I do in my relationship readings look at the individual charts, synastry, and then the relationship chart to find out the meaning of the relationship, how they affect one another, why they might be attracted to one another, and issues that they may have. So please keep listening if you are interested. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, my link is in the description box. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave your feedback in a comment below. Now, Kanye West is a Gemini sun conjunct to Jupiter, opposite Neptune in Sagittarius, so he's a very imaginative, creative, expansive type of a person. He speaks his mind. He's not afraid of what people think of him. You know, he's a very optimistic person in that way, even though he does deal with some more mental, you know, things that can hold him down and emotional strain. As far as his ego and his confidence, he is someone who has a massive ego. He is a Cancer rising, ruled by his moon in Pisces. He has Mars, Venus, and Mercury in Taurus. So he's not someone that holds a lot of fire energy. He is certainly very emotional. And, you know, he does share that Pisces moon with Kim Kardashian. And I have done a full reading on Kim Kardashian, and I can put that in the link below. Or if you search my channel, she is a Sagittarius rising with Mars on the ascendant. Mercury is in Scorpio. She has Sun, Pluto, and Saturn in Libra. She's Venus in Virgo, Moon in Pisces. And so they do share that moon together. And you see that a lot in friendships, relationships that start out with as friends. People have the same emotional needs. They have the same emotional security. They understand each other on an emotional level. And you know, that doesn't always translate to a romantic long-term relationship. In this couple's case, it did, because I think they started out as more friends in the beginning. You know, I knew that they had known each other for a while, and she maybe wasn't, you know, super interested in the beginning, but after, you know, quite some time of him kind of pressuring on and continuing to pursue her, she did see that, you know, they had a lot in common and wanted to get to know him more. Now, with his placements in Gemini, opposite to her Sagittarius rising and Sagittarius Mars, there is an immediate attraction there, because how she is in the world, how she presents herself, her physical features, all of those kind of sexy qualities is exactly opposite his Sun and Jupiter, which shows an immediate opposites attract type of attention there, and is certainly very physically attractive. Now, he is a Gemini and she is a Libra sun, so that's also an easy aspect, having your suns in air signs, because you both have a strong need to communicate, to be very social, to be out and about, and it's just a very easy flowing energy. You see Geminis with Libras often. Now, her sun is conjunct to Pluto on his north node, and that is an aspect that for her is definitely very controlling. She is not someone who just lets things slide by. She is very, like, especially with her work, very control freak. And with him, I think she helps guide him into his purpose, you know, into his bigger purpose, what he's meant to be doing. She shows him a powerful manifestation of that. So it is something, again, that's very attractive to him, that he wants to go for and, you know, be around more often, because it helps him to grow as a person. It can be a bit fearful, you know, he feels maybe like she has too much control over him, maybe that she takes away from his individuality a little bit. You know, he has to bend, he has to compromise, they have to do things as a team, and that's not always comfortable for him, but it is definitely where his purpose is, you know, lies. Now, her north node is in Leo, which is very close to his Saturn. You see this often in partnerships where one person is giving a lot to the other person to make their dreams come true. His Saturn on her north node, she receives things from him, receives gifts, receives commitment, receives dedication. So he's giving a lot of that Saturnian kind of steady, mature energy to her, and she doesn't have to, you know, work very hard for him to give her what she wants. Now their moon's in Pisces. Again, this is a friendly aspect, something that is more understanding. They definitely get each other right off the bat. They're attracted to one another, and they have an easy idea of what each other needs to feel emotionally secure and safe. That's why I think on the show, you know, when Kim is talking to her family and they're asking questions about him, or, you know, people don't understand him, she really just gets him and tries to kind of protect him in a way, because they both are emotionally very similar. Now his moon in Pisces is opposite to her Venus in Libra. Her Jupiter and her midheaven are there as well. So he is very attracted to her, especially to her feminine energy, her Venus, how she, you know, how she puts things together, how she keeps her life, how she is seen in the public. That's something that he's definitely very attracted to. Another one of those immediate attraction type of aspects that we see. Now, his moon at 16 Pisces is square to her Mars at 6 Sag. It's a loose square, but it still is a bit uncomfortable. So the way that she behaves, the way that she physically might act sometimes can unconsciously kind of affect him emotionally. You know, her innate reactions to things sometimes can make him feel a little bit emotionally uneasy. Now his Mars and Venus are in Taurus conjunct to one another, and they are opposite to her Sun and Pluto in Libra. So that is another very high sexual attraction. He is physically and, you know, passionately very attracted to her ego and her energy and just how she is in the world. And he definitely values that. It is not opposite by sign because she's Libra and he's Taurus, but it is very close in aspect, just by a few degrees. So I would still consider that very, you know, heavy of a pull, and another one of those kind of sexy, attractive places that we see. Now men typically will date and marry their moon sign, so it's no surprise that he, you know, from the beginning thought that she was his wife, because they both have that Pisces moon. He's very intuitively, you know, attracted to her and knows that she's the one for him. Now, when you look at their relationship chart, I think this is where it really gets more in depth, more interesting, because the Sun in this relationship chart is in Leo conjunct to Mercury, exactly at 23 degrees. So this is a relationship that has a lot of pride. The man especially feels very prideful in this. He wants to show off the commitment, show off the love for one another. Jupiter is there as well, bringing in a lot of benefic, positive energy. It's something that they have a lot of fun together. They laugh together. They can talk about anything. Sun conjunct Mercury is a very communicative aspect. It's somewhat of a know-it-all, so both of them together can kind of feel like they don't need anyone. They know everything. They don't need support in that way, and that they can just tackle anything that they put their mind to. Now, the rising sign is 0 degrees of Libra, with Pluto in the first house, Pluto being square to Venus. So you see that Pluto square to Venus a lot in relationships that have some type of a control dynamic, a really high level of passion, sexuality. Think 50 Shades of Grey, you know, one person or both people are really, really drawn to each other and have this need to explore that sexual side to the relationship further once they're in it. You know, right away it might not be as attractive because it's a little bit fearful, you know, and I think that may have been where her apprehension came from in the beginning. She was just like, I'm not sure, this guy is coming on way too strong. Think of the Persephone and the Hades myth. He, you know, stole Persephone from her mother, brought her down to Hades, and she learned to love him and want to stay. And then, you know, she went to visit her mother and came back willingly to stay with Hades. So that's the story of Pluto and Venus. So that is sort of, I think, how their relationship maybe played out. He, initially, it wasn't something that she felt very comfortable with, but now that she's in it, it is safe and just like sexy for her to be involved in. She enjoys that now. Now Mars is in a bit of a challenging place. It's in Aquarius in the 5th house, which does show again further, you know, sexual enjoyment, uniqueness, trying new things together, romance in the 5th house, but it is square to Uranus and opposite to those Leo placements, which can cause for a level of sudden unhappiness physically. You know, maybe they are going really well, this passion, this control, this obsession physically is kind of the key to the relationship, but there can be something kind of disturbing about it at the same time, which can turn one of the partners off at a certain point. And there can even be some aggression there with the Mars opposite to the Sun in Leo. Like one of the people is unable to be controlled, unpredictable. Mars square Uranus, very unpredictable. Pluto square Venus, potential for that to get physical. The moon is also quite loosely square to Neptune by a few degrees, which can show that there's some type of seeing, what you want to see out of the relationship, not seeing the relationship for the reality of what it is, not seeing the other person for who they really are. Moon is also square or conjunct to the South Node in Pisces in this relationship chart, which is not very forward motion. They're kind of, they're definitely able to build a lot of things together. I think that's quite obvious. They have good fortune in that area, but as far as what they both need emotionally, there's just more uncertainty there and kind of a regression, like a feeling of going backwards, like not where, maybe not in a healthy way, maybe going backwards towards addictive behaviors, to mental illness, going to feeling a little bit emotionally uncomfortable in the relationship, so that you are regressing to some of these addictive or boundaryless types of behavior. Now, Venus is on the midheaven, which shows that they are seen as a beautiful couple, a couple that has a lot of money, a lot of fortune, a lot of pleasures in life. They enjoy the pleasures of life, which is obvious. I think we all can see that. But that Mars, I think, and the moon conjunct to the South Node are where we see a lot of challenges for them. We do see Juno in the first house, which is the asteroid of marriage. So that is, I think, very important, indicative that, this is a marriage relationship. It's not just a friendship or kind of a passing, fleeting type of partnership. It is more long-term. So I hope you guys enjoyed my reading here of Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West. If you're interested in a relationship reading, my link is below. And let me know your feedback in the comments, or if you have any requests for future videos. Have a great day. Bye.